Hello guys, it's Drew, and in today's video I want to show you guys what I think is the best way to make gold as a Shadow Priest in Classic WoW, and what that is Dire Maul East. So I'm going to give you guys a full guide about Dire Maul East solo jump runs. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it, what you need, how to kill the bosses, the strategies I use, some scenarios we can get into, just a full breakdown of how to solo DM East as a Shadow Priest. And if you do it correctly and if you get pretty lucky, you can make about 75 to 100 gold per hour. So let's get right into it, guys. Alright guys, so here we are in Dire Maul East. What we're going to be doing here is called a jump run. So in order to do this run, you're going to need two things. First thing, you're going to need mining. You're going to need at least 275 to be able to mine rich thorium. The whole reason and where all the money is made from these runs is you're going to be going to the last boss, and in the cave at the end of the last boss there's a cave where there's guaranteed at least 2 rich thoriums. Sometimes there can be 3, and then you're going to make your money from getting arcane crystals. An average run for Dire Maul East takes about 15 minutes. Once you get really good at this, you can do these runs in about 12 to 13 minutes. You can do about 4 to 5 an hour if you get really good. And if you get really lucky and you make some arcane crystals, get a lot of arcane crystals, the gold starts rolling in. The second thing you're going to need are invisibility potions. In order to get to the cave, we get the boss to 50%, and then the cave opens, and there's a ledge we can jump on to reset the imps and use an invisibility potion to get to the cave to mine the crystals. If you are a night elf, it's your lucky day. It's finally paying off for you. You can replace the invisibility potion with shadow meld. So you're going to see at the end we're going to be using the invisibility potion, but if you're a night elf, just replace what I'm doing with the invisibility potion with shadow meld and it will work the same. And before we start, I'm just going to show you I'm wearing my PvP set so I can get as much stam and int as I can. So that's the gear I am wearing for this. So let's get right into it. We're just going to buff myself real quick. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to run right here to this corner. And the whole reason they call it a jump run is because you jump down this big part right here to start the instance off. So I go out of shadow form, I jump down this ledge, and I'm going to heal myself when I get down here. So let's do that. And then we're going to start, pretty much what we're going to do here, we're going to go on this road, and you're going to pretty much play Frogger. There's paths of these trees that run back and forth, and you're going to run along the road and go towards this door here. So we stay on this road here, and you're going to watch the paths. So we're going to wait for this path here to go there, and then we're going to beeline it for this tree. So here we go. The other tree path's down there, which is good for us. And we're going to aim for this doorway right here. So we're going to stop at this tree, and we're going to wait for this path, which crawls back and forth between this road. We're going to wait for it to get to the wall right there, and then we're going to go for this archway here. Sometimes there is an elite Satyr here, but if there is, you can just kill him, no problem. Pretty easy to kill. And the good thing about these Satyrs is they drop demonic runes, so if you farm this enough, you can just use the demonic runes. So Satyr's not there. Sometimes there's one right here. He's not there either. So we are gonna skip Hydro spawn. Oh, there's the Satyr. So let's kill the Satyr first. So we're gonna skip Hydro spawn. Some people do like to kill Hydro spawn. If you do want to kill him, there are other videos on YouTube of people doing these runs as a Shadow Priest, and they kill Hydro spawn. I personally don't think it's worth it. It was a lot more worth it back in Phase 1, where Essence of Water were really valuable, but now it's really not worth it. And the only other thing he would really drop is like the Ace of Elementals, which that deck isn't even good. So we're gonna skip Hydro spawn completely. So he does this pathing where he will pat to this corner, then he'll come back here, and he'll pat to this corner. So he just patted there. We're going to wait for him to come back here, and then we're going to wait for him to go to that corner over there. That is just my personal method. There may be a quicker, more efficient method, but that is just personally what I do. I think it's the safest way, and it's easiest for me. So he's running to the corner here, and we're going to run right here. Jump up this ledge. and around here. And there we go. So sometimes there will be another Satyr right here. I honestly don't know the exact pathing and timing for the Satyrs, so it's a bit random for me. But he'll usually be around here, if not coming out of the tunnel here. So we're gonna go in this tunnel, and we're gonna go up our way to the first Satyr. Oh, here's the Satyr. So we're gonna go up the way to the Satyr boss. So let me get up a little further here, and then I'll explain the Satyr boss more when I'm killing this guy. Okay. So for the Satyr boss, pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna be LOSing him and running in and out of LOS to get him to run in the same path, and we're just gonna slowly get him down with our Shadow Warpaint and our dots and wands. He does this thing called sacrifice, which you do not want to be hit by, but if you do get hit by it, not the end of the world. Generally, Shadow Priests at this point in the game, the average Shadow Priest, oh, awesome, there's Demonic Rune. The average Shadow Priest is pretty tanky, and if you're spec'd to improve Inner Fire, which I am, you can take a couple hits. So, generally, it's pretty easy not to get hit by a sacrifice. You only really would get hit by it if you want to cast Mind Blast. I advise against casting Mind Blast on this boss. You may get antsy and you think sometimes you get lucky, you can sneak one or two in there, but just do that more with time and experience. But I generally just run in and out and wand for this guy, because if you get hit by the sacrifice, you're like stuck. He like holds you down. He puts a really insane dot on you, and there is a chance you might die if you're not prepared for it. But like I said, you can survive it as a Shadow Priest, and it is possible. It's not the end of the world, and maybe I may take one for you guys just to show you for the video. So generally, the strategy for this boss is I'm going to pull him, and he's going to run over here, and you're going to see he's going to be coming back and forth on this line here. And pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to stand on this tile here, and we're going to LOS him and keep him on this path to until he dies. So let's get it started. I'm going to shield myself and pull with your standard Mind Blast, Shadow Warpaint, Vampiric Embrace. And then I use Inner Focus, Devouring Plague. And see that? So we're going to peek out, go back. Just going to show you guys, peek out, go back. This is literally going to be the whole fight. Throw a wand in there, go back. Throw a wand in there, go back. Sometimes his pathing will mess up, and all you have to do is just run up a little bit. Oh, there's the sacrifice. So that is what you want to avoid completely. As you see there, I have a weak aura that shows me when my enemies are casting something, and so you can either use that or you can use another add-on. That's what works best for me. So here we are. We're just gonna run back and forth. There, look, his pathing messed up a little bit there, so I just move up a little bit more on the tiles, and he gets fine here. So it's gonna be 3 minutes of this, guys. And about halfway into the fight, I actually will eat a sacrifice for you guys to show you exactly how to deal with that if you do end up getting hit by one by accident. So let me just dot him up here a little bit more. Let me get a fresh Shadow Warpaint. Oh, there, his pathing messed up there, see? So I just move up there, and he will go back on the correct path. So let me pre-shield myself, cast a Shadow Warpaint on him, and I will eat a sacrifice for you guys to show you what I do. So generally, you know, if you do want to try to Mind Blast the boss, pre-shield yourself in case you get hit by a sacrifice. So I'm pre-shielded here, so I don't have the debuff. So let me actually, oh, so his pathing, here we go, there we go, I ate a sacrifice. Alright, so I'm going to be mashing my shield here. I have the dot on me, so I'm actually going to be despelling, and I'm going to be beelining it to the corner. I might actually die here, guys. Nope. Oh my god, that was so sketchy, but we made it, and I ran back to the corner. Alright, so now that happened, and you guys can see it a little bit more, gonna keep putting back on his path, reset his pathing a little bit. That honestly was completely botched, but it worked, and it was good for the sake of the video. So actually what happened there is his pathing got messed up, and he just completely ran around the pillar because I was standing out too long and I messed up his pathing. But so in that situation, I was pre-shielded, and I actually screwed myself there because I pre-shielded too soon, and I wasn't expecting to eat the sacrifice. So I actually had the debuff on me where I can't get shield again. So normally I would be mashing my shield there, and immediately when you get out of the sacrifice, you would have power word shield there. But I had about 2 or 3 seconds where I couldn't power word shield myself there, and I actually almost died. So normally what you would do there is you would just be mashing your power word shield button to get out of to do it the second you get out. I have a macro to cast Dispel on myself without targeting myself, so I'm sure you guys have some sort of macro like that as well. I dispelled the Shadow Word Pain that he had on me, and then actually if you watch one of my earlier videos, you'll see I have a secondary bar here where if I hold shift and scroll, it brings up my healing bar, and I beelined it to the LOS corner that we're in right now, and I just stood in LOS and healed myself. And that's, if you want to go back and watch it there, I suggest that, but explaining it in words, that's the best I can do after the fact. So he's almost dead here, and oh, we might eat another sacrifice. Oh my god, that was really sketchy. So yeah, pretty much in, wand, out, in, wand, out. What happened to me there with the sacrifice won't happen to you if you don't try to cast Mind Blast. If you want to try to cast Mind Blast and kill him faster with more experience, by all means, do it, but not worth it in my opinion. But here I am going to cast a Mind Blast since he's so close to dying. And there we go. So his loot table, oh, see, it's okay. So sometimes he drops books, sometimes he drops the gloves, sometimes he drops the Satyr's bow, which you can sell, which is a good thing. So we're going to jump down, we're going to go to this ledge, we're going to peek our camera to see where Hydro Spawn is. We're going to wait for him to go here, because if you jump down and he's about right here, he will aggro to you. You don't want that to happen. And we're going to run out back to where we came from. We're going to go back, talk to that big tree, and he's going to open the door for us so we can go to the last boss. If you don't kill the Satyr on the way in, sometimes you'll catch him out right here, so just be mindful of that. And we're just going to go back into the Frogger room and play Frogger for one last time to the final boss. So these trees, once they hit about this wall here, I'm just going to play it safe and wait for them to come back and completely cross. Probably could have made it there, to be honest, but I'd personally like to be safe. It's just easier to wait 5 extra seconds than it is to clip the hitbox and have to run back. So doors open. So you don't have to run with the tree. If you get a good path, you can go before. So you can just go. He won't pull the mobs as well. So here is a little sketchy. I'm going to have to divert off the road a little bit and cut back. And uh-oh. Alright, made it. Generally, you just stay on the road there. I went off the road because I sort of was just running with it. And they went a little too fast off the road, so I just had to diverge off the road. But generally, if you stay on the road and you play Frogger, it's pretty easy. This is the easiest part of the thing, but you can mess it up as well. So that's why I am so careful about it. So once he opens the door, we're gonna run to the last boss. So I'll start explaining the last boss now. The last boss has 3 different forms. He has a Satyr form, a wolf form, and a tree form. But pretty much you just need to worry if he's a Satyr or if he's not a Satyr. So there technically is 2 forms. So if he's a Satyr, you do one thing, and if he's a wolf or a tree, you're going to do something else. So once this tree gets out of the way and pats back, we're going to go to the last boss, and I will show you an aerial view of what we're going to do and explain to you a little more in detail of what we're going to do when the boss hits 50% as well. So generally, these runs, like I said in the beginning, take about like 15 minutes. This is going to be closer to like a 20-minute run because I'm taking my time and I want to explain to you guys everything. But once you practice all of this and, you just do your thing and you run in, run out, you can do a lot of these runs and hopefully get a lot of arcane crystals. So pretty much what we're going to do, this is an aerial view of the boss. We're going to be facing this way. And there's going to be this rock here, and this ledge is where we're going to go back and forth from. Here's the boss here. He's a Satyr now. He always starts off in Satyr form, so I can show you guys what to do when he is a Satyr in the beginning. So when he's a Satyr, what we're going to do, we're going to pull him from this rock. He's going to run here, and he's going to start running over here and try to run up onto this ledge here. And then when he's running here, he runs up to this ledge. We're going to run back on this ledge, and we're going to jump onto this rock and jump back. I know it's probably a little overwhelming and a little confusing, but you're going to see a lot more in practice I'll do the play-by-play while I'm doing it. And that's what you're going to do when he's a satyr. When he's a wolf and when he's a tree, you pretty much only have to go back and forth between this rock and this ledge. And then when he gets to about 50%, this wall here is going to bust open. A bunch of imps are going to run out, and this wall reveals the cave where all the rich thorium veins are, which is where hopefully we get all of our arcane crystals. So when that happens, we're going to wait for the imps to run here to get onto the ledge, and then we're going to run from the ledge to this corner here, this little corner, and we're going to wait for the imps to drop combat. And while that's happening, we're going to be mashing our lesser invisibility potion to go invisible while we're not in combat, so we can sneak past the imps, sneak past the boss, and just run in and mine the veins, because we don't really care about killing the boss. The money doesn't come from killing the boss. The money comes from the rich thorium veins in the cave. So that was a little overwhelming, me just explaining it. Let me show it to you guys. It's a lot easier, and it'll seem a lot smoother once I'm actually doing it. So we're going to jump onto this, and then we're going to jump down. So what I do here is I go out of shadow form, put a renew on myself, put a shield on myself, because you take a little bit of damage when you go down on this ledge. And then I fall, heal myself to full. So what we're going to do is pretty much we're going to be jumping on and off this rock, in between this rock and this ledge, and you're going to see the boss is going to pat. It's going to go like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if he's Satyr form, and this is my strategy, if he's Satyr form, you're going to run back on this part of the ledge, and you're going to go down to this rock, and you're going to jump back from this rock, only when he's Satyr form, because you outrange his disease and his poison. So that's pretty much all I can do explaining it to you guys in words. So let me show you guys how to do the boss. Oh wait, my fort is about to run out, so let me just drink up to full, and we will get this boss started. I pull with standard Mind Blast, Shadow Word Pain, Vampiric Embrace, Inner Focus, Devouring Plague. That's like my opener for most of these bosses. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we're going to pull the boss right here. Boom, 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 boom. And then see, now that he's Satyr form, we're going to run to this part of the ledge. When you see him get to this tree right here, you're going to want to jump down onto this rock, and then you're going to want to jump back up. Boom. See, now he's tree form, so you only have to do what I just did when he's Satyr form. When he's tree form and when he's wolf form, you can just go right onto this rock. The reason you want to go on to the further part of the ledge when he's a Satyr is because his poison and his disease are ranged spells. So just go back and forth, and this is literally everything you're going to be doing until you get him to about 50%. So see, he's a Satyr. We're going to run back here. We're going to wait till he gets to about this part of the tree, run back down. See, there he's casting the Enervate, but he didn't hit me because he's out of range. I missed the jump there, but it's okay, because you can always just go back there. If you get hit, it's honestly not the end of the world. Don't panic. You might panic a little bit, but if you get hit by the boss, it's not lost cause. As you see there, I completely missed the jump, and I just ran back to this rock. So there he's a Satyr again. Okay, so there, he hit me with the Wither. I'm going to go out of shadow form, click my Abolish Disease because I'm a noob, and then I'm going to go back into shadow form. Good thing about Abolish Disease is it's rolling, so if you get hit by it twice, you're fine. And look, I just missed the disease again. Go back onto the ledge. Honestly, you guys probably will hit the jump a lot more than me. I use a literal Walmart keyboard, and my spacebar is wonky, so I miss the jump sometimes. That's just like a botched thing for me. That jump is pretty easy to make. So there's the Wither. You see how he couldn't hit me because I was outranging him. We're going to wait till he gets to the green part of the tree, get back down. He hit me with the Wither, but it's fine. I'm going to hit the ledge again, out of shadow form, get the Abolish Disease. That's it. That's pretty much the whole fight. So now he's a wolf. We can go back on this rock, put some Mind Blasts in there, put some Wands in there. He's the Satyr again. We're going to go back here. We're going to wait till he gets to the green part of the tree. We're going to jump back down. We're going to LOS his Wither. We're going to jump up the ledge. I missed the jump. It's fine. I'm going to get hit by this Wither, but it's still fine. See that? I missed it. I botched it completely, and it's still fine, guys. And so just don't worry. I'm not even doing this close to perfect at all. All right, so he's about to be 50% here. Be mindful of his health. This door's about to open. So what we're going to do here is if our dot falls off, I don't want the door to open. We're sort of in a bad spot. The door opened, it's fine. So what we're going to do here is we're going to stand on the rock. Once we see the imps come to us, we're going to jump here. Here they come. So what we're going to do now, we're going to wait for all the imps to run up here, and then we're going to jump down, and we're going to beeline it for that corner and reset combat. There they went. Here we go. And now we're in the corner. So honestly, guys, I don't know. Sometimes this is buggy and it doesn't work. So let's hope this works on the first time. And see, I'm just smashing my lesser invisibility potion. And they're going to hopefully drop combat. Oh, he hit me there. That wasn't good. Okay. So sometimes the imps are wonky. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't work, you know, the same time 100%. There we go. Okay. See, I did the invisibility potion. They drop combat. They're not seeing me anymore. They're not targeting me anymore. And there we go. I made it into the sweet, sweet arcane crystals. And this is how you make your gold, guys. Boom. So hopefully we get some crystals. If not, we're just going to run out, reset, and this is how I make most of my gold on a Shadow Priest. So that was only a 2-hitter. That sucks. There can be 3 veins, up to 3 veins in here. 3 rich thoriums. Sometimes there's 2. I think there's guaranteed always 2. I've never had 1 rich thorium in here. So it's between 2 to 3. And come on. Let's do it. Arcane crystal. No. Sometimes you'll get lucky and there'll be 1 more up here. And we didn't get it. That sucks. But that is how you did it. That was a pretty, you know, average run. I got hit by a sacrifice. I, you know, didn't do the last boss perfectly. And the imp reset, I did get a decent imp reset. I will be honest with you guys, sometimes those imps bug out and you have to just jump off the ledge and jump back on and get the imps in a different position. That unfortunately didn't happen, but most of the time what I did is pretty standard, and that's how it will go most of the time. You will just jump on the ledge, spam click your lesser invisibility potion, the imps will drop combat, and you can just run into the cave. Alright guys, I actually did another run here and set up another imp scenario to show you a different situation of what could happen if the imps won't drop combat for you and won't reset. So we ran to the ledge and we just waited here and we're just letting the imps reset, but I'm gonna jump off the ledge actually and make it to where they actually, because there's 2 different types of resets. So let's just show you. So let's get them like this. So this is the first kind of reset. See how there's like still all super close to me, targeting me, around me? This means they haven't dropped combat yet, really. So you're gonna see after it's gonna like pulse and then they're just gonna drop combat and run away. See, there they go, they did that. So like in that time, that's when you should be mashing your your lesser invis pot, and you should be mashing it trying to drop the combat and get in the cave. So let's do that one more time. Let's go on this part, get them over here, and then let's jump back on the ledge. So see how they're targeting me? Now you're gonna want to be mashing your lesser invisibility potion. Any second here should happen. There you go. See, it went. See, they're running away now. They're not targeting me, they're running away. And we can run into the cave again and try to get some more arcane crystals. So that was my method on how I make gold in Classic WoW as a Shadow Priest. In my opinion, it's the best method of gold farming as a Shadow Priest in Classic WoW. Obviously not the best way in the game itself to make gold, but if your main is a Shadow Priest and the only way you can really farm is on your Shadow Priest, definitely worth doing these solo jump runs. Now with the Arathi Bassin out and Zul'Gurub coming out soon, there's going to be a lot more content for us to, you know, enjoy in the Classic WoW world. Zul'Gurub, there are a lot of amazing pieces of gear that drop for Shadow Priest. I'm excited to make another gear guide about that video as well. If you enjoy Classic WoW Shadow Priest content, you want to see more of it, I love putting out these videos for you guys. The best way to support this channel is to just leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see y'all next.